Hi, thanks for joining us on PO Sports Talk. I'm Colin Stevens alongside Mike Miller. We're hitting the midpoint of basketball season, and Greencastle Antrim is the top team in the area. They're going for their 11th win tonight, and they're still undefeated. They had a strong game last week against Big Spring, and both Mike and I were there. And Mike, can you just talk a little bit about what you saw in that game?
Well, they certainly have the best guards in the area with Zach Faulkner and Corey Myers. And both those guys, they have very dynamic games. They can drive the net and they can light it up from outside. And that's not even to mention the stellar play of Denver Cordell so far this year. He's one of the area's top scorers, averaging almost about 17 points a game right now. He's just having a great year right now for Blue Devils. So, like you said, they're right around the midpoint of the year. They've got a tough test against Gettysburg coming up, and we'll see what they do down the stretch. But it's hard not to like the Blue Devils at this point.
Definitely, especially because of their defense, too. We saw a lot of strong guard play defensively, lots of steals, turning into quick baskets. And to beat a strong Gettysburg team tonight, they're going to need more of that. And Chambersburg was on the other side of strong defense last night. They played Bishop McDevitt, and McDevitt in the second half, after going down by 10 points to Chambersburg, they turned up their defensive intensity, got a lot of steals, and took them to the hoop and made a nice comeback against Chambersburg.
Yeah, Chambersburg right now, they're just, it's hard to know what you're going to get game in, game out with the Trojans right now. I mean, last night against McDevitt, a lot of really costly unforced turnovers down the stretch really did them in, because that was certainly a winnable game against the McDevitt team that was sort of up and down itself until they put that comeback together. So, yeah, it's sort of a mixed bag right now with Chambersburg. You really don't know what you're going to get day in, day out, but we'll see. Still got half the schedule coming up. We'll see what they do if they can sort of turn it around down the stretch here.
Definitely. And then we want to also make note of, give a shout out to McConnellsburg. They got the third win of the season against a very tough team, Tuskegee Mountain. It was a 79-77 win. So it was their first league win in the Sidling Hill League. So props to McConnellsburg. And then we want to make sure to touch on the Baltimore Ravens, the last local team left in the playoffs. They're going to be playing the Houston Texans in the divisional round, and they beat an AFC North team last weekend in the Cincinnati Bengals. Do you think they can make it two teams, Mike?
I don't see it happening. Not for the Ravens having the home field advantage. I think they're going to stuff Arian Foster. I mean, granted, the Ravens beat them earlier this season. That was without Andre Johnson on the field. So it'll be a different looking Houston Ball Club this time around. But I still think the Ravens have just such a tough defense. They're going to stop Houston and probably end up in Foxborough next week.
Yeah, especially Ray Lewis. He's at the end of his career. This seems like a good chance for them to get back to the Super Bowl. He's going to make sure that team is prepared, and I'm with you on that. They're definitely going to. They've had trouble against teams that they should beat this season, but it's the playoffs. They'll be prepared. All right, well, thanks for joining us on PO Sports Talk. Again, this is Mike Miller. I'm Colin Stevens, and we will see you again next week.
What up?